Hello, my friends. And this is not an Uncle Swamp Ass story. It is a little bit of a crazy story, but yeah, it's not an uncle. It's not like an old story. This story is about Elsa, who's over there sleeping. So Elsa's got this urinary issue. I don't know exactly what the exact diagnosis is, but it requires her to be on special food. And I just have Elsa. I don't have any children or anybody else, so spending a little bit of extra money on her food is not a big deal, and totally worth it because it brings down the elevation of her craziness to a more manageable level. Before she got on this food, she used to. I'll use this as an example, because after she went to the litter box, which was in my basement, she would run upstairs, and any shoe, sneaker, boot, whatever, she would take her, like, she would sit on the shoe or turn around, and with her back legs she would scratch the like the toe of the shoe or boot or whatever, and I ended up having to like put all of my boots and shoes and slippers up like this so that she couldn't scratch this. I actually made a video of it and gave it to the vet, not the vet I'm at now, but the previous vet, and showed them because I was explaining to them what my fucking crazy cat does. And as soon as we got her on this prescription diet food, that activity ceased like overnight. She stopped doing that. So she was obviously feeling better, and she hasn't returned to that type of activity since she's been on this food. But this food, there's like a 4 pound bag of dry food, and then there's basically chicken and fish. And trust me, the real cat food that you buy in, like, Sobeys or a pet food store, Whiskas or whatever, that stuff smells delicious compared to this stuff. The seafood stuff does smell more or less like seafood, but the chicken is just disgusting. Like, I have to open my mouth when I open up the cans because I'll fucking gag smelling that stuff. And being stuck to those two flavors, Elsa gets a little pissy. It's like she knows that there's other flavors out there that she could be eating. And recently, and I don't know, ever since COVID happened, this crazy backlog of certain products all over the globe has affected the vets. And so for the last couple of weeks, the only thing I could get was the fish wet food. So when I give Elsa her food, and when she's sitting in front of me and staring at me, telling me, hey, I want to eat, and I dish her up some of this wet food or the dry food, she'll sniff it and then turn around and look at me like, what the fuck, dude? And then, because there's nothing I can do, it's like, there's your food, eat it. I'm sorry that there's only that flavor, but that's the way it is. So if I want to go out for a puff, and I've just usually it seems to coincide that I'll check with her to see if she wants to eat before I go outside, and if I've got food in her bowls and she doesn't want it, she gets angry and she'll attack me as I'm going outside. Excuse me, throat's getting dry. Should have had a drink. So last night, I was gonna go out for a puff, and I got up from here and I went over, and she was at her bowls, and I like shook the dry food bowl to let her know she has my permission to eat, which is the other weird thing about Elsa, is that she needs my permission to eat. Like, I have to pet her and go, you can, I don't suppose I don't have to say it, but I do, you can eat your food now. I give you my permission to eat your fucking food. Just eat it. So last night I was wearing my pajama bottoms. So whenever I engage with Elsa to play, and her playfulness is quite aggressive, I'll usually lay her up. So I had on this hoodie, and I think I had a long sleeve underneath this. So that's good enough protection to protect my arms, and she can, grab onto me and rabbit kick and it won't scratch me. I usually in the winter have long johns on, then my pajama bottoms. So if she attacks my legs, I'm pretty good. But last night, I just had my pajama bottoms on, and I just had these slippers, winter slippers, and as you can see, I'm like a lot of people that do this. You kind of turn them into Crocs by, you know, stepping down on that. So I had that down, and I just wasn't thinking, and so we started to engage in this aggressive behavior, and she was attacking my arms, and she doesn't usually go for my legs because my legs are usually like she's attacked my legs when I've worn my pajamas and the long johns, and I've had better protection around my feet, and it's just like she can't get at any skin whatsoever. So she usually doesn't go for my legs or my feet, but last night she did. And last night I was unprepared and I wasn't thinking about it, and she came around and she actually managed to dig her claws right into the back of my foot. And I was so surprised. The yell, like I yelped out when she fucking punctured my foot. And usually, like when she's aggressive like that and she does get me, and I yell or pull back or whatever, she usually gets even more aggressive. But last night, this yell was so loud that I think she was like, whoa, shit, I really fucking hurt the guy. And so she backed off and, jumped up on the bed. And I wasn't mad at her. I can't get mad at her because she's a cat. She has some issues that I know of. And also, I know when I should know when I engage with her that I need to make sure that I'm fully protected. And last night I let my game slip, and I wasn't protected enough, and she got me good. Now today I needed to re-up on food, so they had the 4-pound bag, they had the fish, and I was like, please, could you please check to see if you have some chicken, because she attacked me last night. And so yeah, they have the chicken, and also they've got urinary care treats, which they haven't had pretty much since I've been going to this vet. And I can't remember if I had urinary care treats for her before at Southpaw. I think I had something, but it's been a while. So a little bit later, I'm going to do a video opening this bag of treats because it's been a while, and I think she'll be happy for at least 2 seconds. Yeah, that's the craziness that happened. Whoa, almost an 8-minute video describing this. But yeah, stay tuned because I will be doing a treat video later on.